Hey Sammy fam, so today we are trying Popeyes' new sweet and spicy wings. So I am blessed or cursed with having a Popeyes just a few blocks away. And I decided I had to try out these new sweet and spicy wings. So I tried the ghost pepper wings. Go check out that video if you haven't already. Those were actually very good. Not very spicy, weirdly though. So I picked up the 12 piece of these sweet and spicy wings, which they give to you in these big containers. They're made from their spicy wing, like base crunchy wing, and then they shake it up with this spicy sauce, or sweet sauce, sweet and spicy, that smells like the sauce you dip an egg roll in, weirdly. Gotta get every last drop out of here. I paid a whole $11.99 for this. I'm not gonna waste a single calorie. When combined with my wife's small red beans and rice as a combo, this totaled $16. Not too bad for like 4,000 calories. And they threw in 2 buttermilk ranch packets. So that's nice. And some napkins, you know. These look and smell beautiful, especially this boy who has this big flappy extra thing to him. I'm just gonna try that first just to get a sense of the breading. And that crisp. Is heavenly. And the spice is real, but it's not too much. It is really getting me in the back of the throat. Oh. I gotta try it with the buttermilk ranch, see if that's a good pairing. That's the perfect balance of tangy and the cooling nature of dairy. Helps balance out the spiciness of the sweet and spicy. These low key seem spicier than the ghost pepper wings. The wing meat itself though, fantastically juicy. You know, they got that cooking down to a factory line, just perfect time, perfect temperature every time. Perfect time every time, perfect temperature every time, perfect seasoning every time. Do that perfect result every time. Oh, wow. So these are definitely worth it to me as a treat. I mean, still $12 for 12 wings. I mean, I guess you got to take into account they're fried. In the current state of inflation, it still seems like a lot though. Given that, you know, I like making wings at home. I usually just make air fryer wings with whatever kind of seasoning I'm in the mood for that day, be it savory or spicy or sweet. But I don't do like breadings. Just it saves calories, and I'm a big fan of a non-breaded wing. But you know what? Special treat. The breading is so nice. But you better keep it a special treat, because you got a problem if they start to recognize you in the Popeyes. It's one of the issues with Popeyes. I love the staff. The staff have always been nice to me at every Popeyes location I've been to. But the fanaticism that it gets in its customers can be a bit much. When I was standing in line, everyone in front of me would walk up and the cashier would say, what can I get for you? And they would all say, like, hold on a minute, and either be on the phone with someone or dial someone or text someone and say, like, what do you want? And then have to wait around, get the order from someone. Inevitably, they'd be confused somehow. You want what? Oh my God. Have this figured out before you're in line, before you're to the register. Wow. These poor retail employees got to deal with, people being so selfish and so inconsiderate all the time. There was one lady there. She kept asking, is it ready yet? Is my chicken ready yet? And the first time I said, no, we told you it's going to be 10 minutes, so it'll be 10 minutes, because she had just ordered. And when she asked again, I said, no, it's going to be about 7 minutes now. And then she asked again, I said, about 5 minutes. It's like, don't get antsy. When you have to wait a couple minutes, that means you're getting the fresh stuff. I waited 5 minutes for this. Seems perfectly fine, actually relatively speedy. And I'm glad I waited, because they fried up a fresh batch of wings for me, and they're still hot. Even after I carried them home, I gave my wife her rice and beans. I made sure I got the camera and the audio all set up. I don't want to get that old chicken that's been sitting under the heat lamp for God knows how long. But the fresh stuff is the best. Get the juiciest meat. Ooh. The spice builds a little bit, but with the ranch, I'm gonna keep on eating. There's one poor guy who walked in whilst I was waiting for my food. And he just walked up and said, can I have a job? And the guy behind the counter said, you have to apply online. Like on all the signs in the store, on the receipts, it says like, apply at, jobs.popeyes.com or whatever. And then I hear a lady yell from the back. She goes, we already told him that earlier today. So I guess he'd come back again, not realizing how things work. But I guess it can be confusing for a lot of people, especially, in other places in the world. You probably do just walk into a place and say, like, you got any work for me? And that still works some places here, but, big corporate brands, like, it's all going to be on the website, centralized, standardized, make sure everything is abiding by the regulations, and, you're not just going to hire somebody right then and there. So I do feel sorry for the dude. It is tough out there right now. But this chicken, makes it worth it, and I can see how people will get addicted to this. If I didn't have to eat a variety of food for being Sammy Boy, and if I wasn't addicted to eating fiber because it fills you up, doesn't take very many calories, and helps you poop, then I could see myself wanting to eat this every day. It's like it's been so specifically designed to hit every single craving spot you could have. Sweet, salty, spicy, crunchy, moist, juicy. It's not fair. They got all these food scientists making that happen. It's like that chicken from They Clone Tyrone. It just makes you feel so happy and giddy. You don't realize what they're doing to you. And I say as a man who generally has a big appetite, and I walked 18 miles this morning, so you know, I'm not slacking. I worked up a big appetite today. The 12-piece wing, definitely enough for a normal meal. If I hadn't worked out specifically to eat this, the 6-piece would have been enough. Probably more than. I think the 12-piece is around 2,000 something calories. So, you know, watch yourself. Be aware of what you eat. Oh, this one crazy. Look at that. So much crunch. You know what? This is gonna be the last one because I gotta give my wife one. But the verdict's gotta be give it a try. It's got my seal of approval as much as I can approve fast food. You just gotta remember it's a treat. Not something you always eat. And they do give you plenty of sauce. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.